In 1559, Pensacola became one of the first U.S. settlements. Historic Pensacola Village consists of 27 properties in the Pensacola National Register Historic District. 11 of these properties are open to the public. Families can stroll through the village and experience the past.
Families can go back in time to experience historic Pensacola Village, and it's one of the best kept secrets in the city.
Welcome to historic Pensacola Village. How are y'all doing?
Great. Good, how are you?
Good. We're so glad you're here. Does anybody happen to know the nickname of Pensacola? We're known as the City of Five Flags, and that's because there have been 5 different nations who have ruled over Pensacola in 454 years. The Spanish, the French, the British, the Americans, and the Confederacy. So our tour is going to take us through about 100 years of that history. And to start with, we'll head to the Lovely Cottage, built in 1805. And it was actually a rental. One family lived in these 2 rooms. One family lived on that side in 2 rooms, and somebody probably even lived in the attic. Can you imagine having just 2 rooms for one whole family?
Goodness.
Yeah. And you'd have to sleep on the floor, and you'd have to get up and do chores, and there was no air conditioning and no heat. So do you think it would be fun living in 1805?
No,
Not really.
Florida.
You actually get to try doing some chores that kids would have done.
That would be
excited
cool.
about chores.
Do the old chores, as long as they're not new ones.
What we're gonna do is we are actually going to spin wool right here into some yarn that we can then use to weave or maybe do some knitting. So to do that, we're gonna use the drop spindle. You spin this wooden piece and pull your wool up. It's called a drop spindle because a lot of times we'll be doing this and it just falls to the ground. So we're gonna try not to do that. You wanna give that a try?
It's fixing to drop, huh?
I know it is kind of hard, isn't it?
That's it. And what would they make with this?
They could really use it for anything they needed. If they needed to maybe weave some cloth or knit a scarf, they're just making yarn so they could use that to make whatever kind of fabric they really needed.
Seems like it would take a long time.
Yes, indeed it does.
After chores, the kids get to play any games?
That's a really good question. They did have lots of chores, but yes, they did get to play games. And I'm actually gonna let y'all try your hands at one of the games. Sound fun?
That sounds
Yes. We're gonna play a game called quoits, which is very similar to horseshoes. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, I need 2 people right over here with this wooden piece, 2 right here. And what you have to do is you throw, you try to ring that piece. Y'all throw, try to ring that one. All right, so go ahead and give it a try.
Not so animated.
Ooh.
Woo! Good job.
Toss.
Good job.
Even though day-to-day life has changed in Pensacola, one thing remains the same. They love their water in the Gulf. Parasailing is a fun, adventurous activity. You and the kids won't regret taking this breathtaking ride.
When in Pensacola, you gotta try parasailing. And this is our first time.
It's Smiling Bob!
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All the way around a bit.
The girls and I are ready to fly high above Pensacola.
Here we go!
With Smiling Bob helping us reach high in the sky, the girls and I were able to enjoy the views. We decided to play a game and look for sea creatures below.
Oh, a turtle! No way!
It's
You saw a stingray. Donovan saw a stingray.
I saw a turtle.
Did you see the turtle? Woo!
You're gonna land standing up just like superheroes, right? Beautifully done.
That was fun.
What'd you see?
A turtle!
Nice.
With all that excitement, we worked up an appetite. We decided to head over to a local hotspot to enjoy some delicious cuisine. The Panhandle of Florida is known for its oysters, and Pensacola is no exception. Every day, thousands of oysters are shucked and slurped at local restaurants. We were able to watch some award-winning Pensacola Shuckers in action.
When you're in Pensacola, you're right on the Gulf Coast, and the one thing you gotta try are oysters, and I'm gonna try to shuck one and eat it. So, I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
I'll show you how to shuck an oyster. slide along the top. You want to cut that muscle.
Oh, I can, okay.
Just keep going.
Ooh, I did it.
There you go.
All right.
go.
Woo, look at
Top
that.
shell off. Know what you got to do? Just cut the oyster off that bottom shell
Okay,
right there.
I can do that.
You just shucked your first oyster. Now eat it.
I have to?
Everybody eats their first oyster. You just
Okay.
your mouth on it.
How do you
slurp
eat it?
Suck it down.
Slurp it down. Actually, I've shucked oysters for 8 years. I've never eaten an oyster. Well, I'll eat one with you.
Really?
This will both be our first
This is
one.
your first one all together. It's our first
Honest to
one.
goodness.
Right now.
Cheers.
A little slippery?
2 days ago, this little oyster was sitting in the bottom of the ocean.
Wow. So
Now, it's in the bottom of your belly.
what would be a tip to get kids to try oysters? Because they don't exactly, you know, look kid-friendly, but they are.
There's a lot of people who are fans of eating just raw oysters, but you can also eat your oysters steamed. You can also put ingredients and toppings on it, oyster Rockefeller, Parmesan cheese, and you can stick them in the oven, bake them for a little bit, and that kills all the germs, and it's really safe and really tasty.
Okay, I think that'd be a great way to get kids to try it. Just kind of add a little something on top.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get my daughters to try oysters.
Okay.
It might be not an easy feat, but I think I'm gonna do it.
You should try.
I have a little surprise up my sleeve for the girls. They've never tried an oyster before, so I'm excited to see what they think.
Girls, I actually shucked these myself. There's a guy back there named Pete. He showed me how to eat it and how kids will like it. You wanna try it? I know. Try it. And you put the oyster sauce on there and some lemon. What do you think? Does that look good?
Yeah, kind of.
You wanna try it, Donovan?
Do I eat the whole thing?
The whole thing. That's how you eat an oyster.
Okay, I'm getting my water.
How is it?
Good.
Oh, I'm impressed. All right, good job. See, this is what we do on vacation. We try new food. Okay, now Shay, I know you're not gonna go for this one, right? Okay, how about one of these? Well, I'm excited. Get your fork and put your hand in and dig it out. Oh, you do have the whole thing. You can put that.
It's purple.
See, they're pretty. Ready? Looks good, doesn't it? What do you think? Okay. But you tried it. Aren't you proud of yourself? You can now tell your friends you tried an oyster.
I am really impressed that the girls tried new food. Way to go, girls. The Portofino Boardwalk is where local islanders and visitors alike head to when they're ready to shop, dine, and experience live entertainment, or simply stroll down the boardwalk. The Shell, Pensacola Beach's iconic landmark, is a focal point of the area and a must-stop for a photo at sunset. We met up with a family enjoying the beach.
I like to eat because their food is really good and the shops are quite cute.
We enjoy coming out here both with the girls and, without them. It's great nightlife out here. Like they said, there's great places to eat, like great places to shop. You can spend a whole day just laying out, never have to even necessarily get up. Everything is just right here in one place.